ranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On the run, it's John. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Parker. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give on the inside. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Makes a connection. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Allen. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Alabama! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Leaves it with the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the ground with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll move the tight end. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On the run, it's John. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires and picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return. The 1-A play by this defense to get the football.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
That's good for a Fighting Texas Aggie.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Red pass is complete. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They're going to run it. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Comes that Alabama offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. He stopped just inches away from the first down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back. Play pass, and when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, let's go.
Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Snags it at the 30 and still running. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Using the quick game. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 9 over Florida State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. Got the back over the middle. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched the sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the 2nd quarter. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So
Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
how nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Running to Green. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Peppers. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Marco. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This is why quarterbacks get the biggest NIL deals, because they're supposed to make something out of nothing.
You know what? If he took some of that NIL money, Reese, and spent it on more linemen, maybe he has more protection and more time to go through his progressions.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Simpkins. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I know one thing, the play didn't result in a good outcome, but I'm very impressed with the offensive line. Unbelievable job. Gave the quarterback plenty of time. Now let's see if they can adjust with the receivers running routes and maybe get somebody open.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Completes it in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
Number 16, on to punt it away.
A low line drive and short kick.
Return goes out of bounds.
Offense rolls onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, to get something on the board. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Sims. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man on the right. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quarterback extends the play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The 23-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Now on 2nd down. Trying play action. Looking deep. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Johns. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is on its way. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those...
There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Peppers. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown tie. They take the lead with the 6.
Alabama, number 3, with the catch and score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give to the back. Brings into the open. Inside the 40. Past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown Aggies. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. From the gun, give on the inside. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps the play going. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. And everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Gives it on the option. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Parking the middle. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the 1st down. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career. And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Trying to get it to the marker. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, you'll get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He's got it on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Gives it on the option. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, he wants it all. Brings it down on the right side. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 33 over Florida State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Peppers. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Bama! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parker.
Quarterbacks have got to have composure. And I know this guy's thrown some picks. He hasn't thrown for a ton of yards. But if he can put a great drive together here, and he's got the talent and ability to do that, he can lead his team to victory in this 2-minute situation.
The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Still running at the 40. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Lost a throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He leaves it with his back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. will start from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Sims. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go to the air on second and short. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, and pull off the big upset.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And they spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And this to tie things up in the final minute. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Alabama.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And with 4 seconds left, this one to save the game. And they put on the heat and they blocked it. He's in open space downfield. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.